Hi, this is Pastor Stephen Browers from Emmanuel Lutheran Church with this week's devotion, and it comes from 2 Corinthians chapter 12. It's actually the verse I'm going to focus on is verse 9. It says, "My grace is sufficient for you, for my power is made perfect in weakness." But in order to understand that verse completely, I'd encourage you to read, before that, let me just read starting at verse 7. "To keep me from becoming conceited because of these surpassingly great revelations, there was given me a thorn in my flesh, a messenger of Satan to torment me. 3 times I pleaded with the Lord to take it away from me, but he said to me, 'My grace is sufficient for you, for my power is made perfect in weakness.'" How many times do we pray that God would just change our situations, that he would take away the suffering? Whatever, maybe it's a sickness or a disease or a physical problem. I mean, so many things that we worry about and that are so upsetting to us. I get it. I do the same thing. And St. Paul did the same thing. He prayed that God would take away whatever this thorn in the flesh is. Lots of people have tried to guess what that is, whether it's a physical problem, whether it's an emotional thing, whether it's a spiritual issue, whatever it is, a thorn in the flesh. He prayed 3 times that God would take it away from him. Multiple times is the point. And God said to him, "My grace is sufficient for you. My power is made perfect in weakness." God wanted to display his power through Paul. It was so important that God said, I'm not going to take this away from you. This is important for God, for his will to be completed through Paul's life. I want you to think about what this means for us. It means, first of all, yes, pray. Yes, pray that God would, take things away, that you take this suffering away from you. Paul did. It's perfectly reasonable. Pray that God would heal you. Pray that God would make life easier. But then trust that God's grace is the most important thing in your life. And so if that problem doesn't go away right away, or if the problem doesn't go away in a month, keep praying, fine. But then trust that God has a purpose, even in the midst of this suffering, and that there may be a purpose to that weakness or a purpose to that suffering that you're dealing with. That he wants to use that to show off his power. How about that? To display his power in you. That there's a reason for it. I just love this verse. I want you to think of something, at least one thing that you can think of in your life or in this world, in our country, that you see as a real problem, and pray about it. But then trust. At the end of those prayers, just trust whether God decides to heal it or not, that even if the problem persists, that God can use your weakness to display his power and share his message with other people. Thank you so much for watching this devotion. I hope to see you on Sunday, either online, or you would see me online on Facebook Live, or in person at church. We still have our 8:30 contemporary service and 10:30 traditional. God bless you.